that guard your mojo. Because when it's gone, life is harder. And then, so often it's either you've got to just dwell on it for a long time, or you need to get some outside help to get you back on track.
Yeah, the other point I'd like to make is that really there's a real simple way to monitor it, and the monitoring mechanism is if you do something and it takes away energy, then you're giving it away, and it's not going to replenish it. But if you do something and it brings you more energy, then you're on the right track. But we do run around quite a bit doing things that take energy away, and don't realize that that's your mojo going out right there.
Sure, and doing things that take energy away, that would be doing anything you don't really want to be doing anything because you feel obligated, doing anything where you'd rather be somewhere else, but you feel obligated, your heart's not really in it. Goodness knows, human beings in general, we do a lot of that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's a big signpost that maybe you should be doing something else.
Yeah, as like I said, I've been exploring this whole mojo thing for the last couple of weeks. It's just been everywhere I turn, and even just like an example from my childhood is, I think in second grade, my father told me, "Guess what? You're going to learn to play an instrument, so choose one." It wasn't, "Hey, do you want to learn to play an instrument?" No, it's you will. And, from second grade through the end of high school, I was always in a band, and it's never anything I wanted to do. And, in that, so there was never room for me to choose, hey, I want to play and have it be fun. It was just something I had to do, and I had to do it. I haven't picked up my trumpet since I graduated from high school, right? When I didn't have to do it anymore. That whole thing is a mojo. That whole sort of thing is a mojo sucker, a mojo killer. And now I occasionally have a couple of bamboo flutes. I play the didgeridoo sometimes, and I actually have a lot of fun when I play. But there was how many years of my life is that? 14 years, where it was anti-mojo stuff, right? But now that I'm an adult, let's not do that to ourselves, right?
Yeah, now that you have a choice.
So simple takeaway from that is pay attention. Is what you're doing giving you energy or stealing your energy? And if it's stealing your energy, then to ask yourself, can I afford to have my energy be stolen? Which ties back into the theme that's been going through the show all day here, which is the quality of our life is determined by the questions we ask ourselves. And if we ask ourselves questions like that, can I afford to lose this energy? Chances are the answer is going to be no. And so then instead of putting up with it, instead of tolerating it, instead of surrendering to it, we're going to do something different. We're going to say, hey, this isn't working for me. And that's nurturing our mojo, tending our mojo, building our mojo, which is the fuel of life.
And that can take some, like you were saying earlier, some fierceness and some ruthlessness, because a lot of times the people that are closest to us are the worst offenders of taking us out. So you have friends that take your energy, but you still want to be friends with them. So you have a big choice to make. Is that okay with you? Yep.
And then again, as we said, get strategic and figure out ways to, so friends or your loved ones, spouses, that sort of thing, right? There's things my wife does where if you did it or one of my other friends, I'd probably be amused. But my wife does it, and I go, oh, man, come on, you got to be kidding, right? And now once I've done that, I've just lost some mojo, right? And that's me not being generous in how I look at my wife. So how can I notice these spots where that sort of thing happens and get smart about it, get strategic about it, create ways where I don't lose that mojo, where I don't get the wind taken out of my sails? So that's back to questions to ask ourselves. That's a question for me to ask myself. how can I be better in those kind of situations? How can I handle those kind of situations in a much more effective, useful way
Yeah.
than I'm currently doing?
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty much out of time here. Any final Mojo thoughts, Madison?
Just to pay close attention to what happens when you're with people and when you're doing your activities, and learn, track it back and learn, see if you can learn something.
And I'll second that. Hey, Madison, thanks for calling in.